Modernism in literature was not just a style, it was a rebellion, a dramatic break from the old traditions of the 19th century. Emerging in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, particularly between 1910 and 1930, modernism reflected a world shaken by industrialization, urbanization, and above all, the trauma of the First World War. Writers felt that the old ways of storytelling, linear plots, moral certainties, and conventional language were no longer adequate to capture the fragmented reality of modern life. At its heart, modernism sought to make it new, in the words of Ezra Pound. Writers like T.S. Eliot, James Joyce, Virginia Woolf, and Catherine Mansfield experimented with form, language, and perspective. They abandoned chronological storytelling for stream of consciousness, fragmented narratives, and shifting points of view. Their aim was not just to tell stories, but to represent the inner workings of the human mind in the chaos of the modern world. A sense of alienation and disillusionment runs through modernist literature. Eliot's The Wasteland paints a picture of a sterile, spiritually empty society. Woolf, in novels like Mrs. Dalloway, shows the complexity of inner life and the subtle passage of time. James Joyce's Ulysses pushes language itself to its limits, capturing the thoughts, memories, and sensations of its characters in radical new ways. Modernism was also deeply influenced by new ideas in the Freud's psychoanalysis, Einstein's theory of relativity, and Nietzsche's philosophy all reshaped how writers viewed time, consciousness, and truth. Literature was no longer about a single fixed reality, but about multiple perspectives and subjective truths. Despite its experimental nature, modernism was not a rejection of old tradition. It often drew upon myth, history, and classical references, but reimagined them in fresh, unsettling ways. In this sense, modernism stood between continuity and rupture, creating a bridge between past and present. In the end, modernism remains one of the most influential literary movements of the 20th century. It changed not only how stories were told, but also what literature could do. It became a mirror of fractured modern existence, a record of inner consciousness, and a search for meaning in a world that seemed to have lost its center.